What's going on, good folks? It's your guy, Plastic Addict, coming with another review. This time, we're going to be diving in and taking a look at the new Kratos. This God of War Kratos is coming from the new God of War game, anticipated to be releasing April 20th, 2018. This figure here was actually snatched by one of my good friends. Life with Brock is the name of his channel. Everybody calls him Brock. Such a great guy, such a good dude. I am truly grateful and honored to call him my friend. But he's seen this at Toys R Us and he PM'd me and he said, hey, do you need this? He know I'm a big Kratos fan. And I was like, absolutely, Brock, I absolutely need it. I sent him his ends, and we got it all squared away. But front of the box looks like this. Side of the box got the nice little box art. Kratos coming at you with his shield and axe. Back of the box looks like this here. Brief description. Pause it right there. I'll read it. His vengeance against the gods of Olympus. Far behind him, Kratos now lives as a man in the lands of Norse, gods and monsters. It is in this harsh, unforgiving world that he must fight to survive and teach his son to do the same. So Brock already reviewed this figure because he bought two of them, one for himself and one for me. And he said, hey, do you think my review was a little bit too much hype on it? I was like, I don't know. It's a dope fig. I mean, usually when you review a fig, you review it how you feel about it. You know what I mean? That's the purpose, and that's what we're doing here as reviewers, as YouTubers, and whatever you're trying to take your channel to. He was like, yeah, but I want you to compare my review. I was like, compare your review? Come on, man. I don't want to compare your review to my review. I don't want to do that. He's like, no, man, just come on, man. Come on, just. I was like, all right, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to see if Brock had too much hype on it. So we're going to be comparing this Kratos with some other figures and some other Kratos God of War figures that I have in my collection. I don't have a lot, but let's dive in. Let's see what this figure is really about. All right, now here we go. We got Kratos out of that stuffy box. So check it out. This fig here, did Brock put too much hype on it? I say no. This fig deserves all the hype. NECA did an absolutely fabulous job. I forgot to mention that this fig is sponsored by NECA. It's made by NECA. And NECA did an outstanding job. I do own some Predator NECAs and Arnold Schwarzenegger figs. You got the Dutches. I own some of those. But this one here, in my opinion, is the best NECA has done. In terms of detailing, they always exceed on detailing, but they went above and beyond on detailing with this one. As far as accessories, could he have had more accessories? I don't think so, because he has what he is supposed to have from what I've seen from the game. So they're basing his accessories off of what he has in the game, and I think they nailed it. This fig also has 36 points of articulation. The previous fig before that one, the Kratos God of War 3 one, only had 31 points of articulation. But let's get into the weapons. And first off, I broke his Lithidian axe. I broke it. Coming straight right out of the package. Please be careful. It's taped down in the package. I broke the handle off because of my laziness. I didn't lift the tape up, and it's a clean snap right there. This thing is supposed to hang off, supposed to be a little bit longer than this, supposed to be looking like that. But my laziness, just trying to lift it up on the tape, it snapped right off. So now he has a short axe instead of a longer axe, but again, that's my fault. It's not NECA's. So please be careful in taking Kratos out of that package, would you please? Or his weapons out of the package, I should say. But if we take a look, just a quick example, I'll show you guys the scope here in a minute. For storage, the Lithidian axe can store that right here in the back. Store that right there. Stores nicely. Again, if I didn't break the handle, it would hang this far off, about like that there. But it is what it is. Can't complain about something, just going to have to super glue it. Hopefully I can get it to stay pretty good. Okay, so also for storage, well, you can't really store this. It attaches right here to his gauntlet. Now, it comes with this here, and you can place that to cover up that hole in case you don't want to take shots of him with his shield. That's what you do. I was looking all around for this. They disguised this in such a great way where, on first glance, I was like, how is he supposed to how is he supposed to hold his shield? Because as you can see here on the back of the shield, it's just a peg like, or it comes up. So I was like, it's supposed to port in somewhere, and I was looking all around his gauntlet for it, and I did eventually find it. So you just remove it, you peg it in, and it stays in place fairly decent. Actually really good. Let's not go fairly decent. Let's give it what it deserves. It stands its purpose and really good. Let's put the shield here in the back. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this sculpt, shall we? Because it's amazing. Just put it like that. It is amazing. So first off, looking at this here, what they did here, they added a little glossiness to that. I don't know if it's showing up on camera as well as it is with my naked eye, but they did add a little glossiness here to right here where his buckle is. Of course, he still has his scar. Definitely has his war paint on there. Beard is amazingly detailed. He's an older fella in this game, so you know his beard is full out. You know, beard game strong. All right. He did a great job in his eyes. He's got those stone, ice cold eyes, just ready for anything that may come his way. Right here, buckles, on point. Absolutely, I mean the detail's amazing. I mean this leather look that they give him is not leather, it's pliable plastic. It's very flexible. It's throughout. You got his pouch, serious detail. His other accessory, which is his dagger, put right here in the sheath, fits in really nicely. I don't know what's actually in this pouch here. We're gonna have to play the game to find that out. He also has another pocket pouch here. You got his horn right here on the back that does not get in the way. Also pliable plastic here in the back as well. It's looking absolutely great. Right here, it's got his forearms wrapped up. The wrap is looking great. You get it to focus here. Those wraps are looking nice, wrapped on there. Up under the arm, that's how it's attaching and staying on. Can you take it off? Can you take all of this off? I see no way to actually take it off. If you would, is that something up under there? Let me see. It almost looks like it. Yeah, it is. You can take it off. You can detach it if you so choose to and take this whole thing off. So what you would have to do is detach it from underneath that pectoral muscle there, because that's where it attaches at, and pop his head off, and you can go ahead and detach it and take it off. Let's see if I can show you guys how it looks with it off. All right, so his head is on a ball peg. You pop the head off. It comes off fairly easy. Once you pop that head off, you can take his shoulder harness strap off. So that's how he's looking. Kratos is looking bare-chested. This thing around his arm. This also comes off because it looks like it has a port in here, but I don't know. I'm not even going to I don't even want to say it comes off because I'm not going to take it off, but it looks like it does. As you can see here, I don't want to take this one off. No, I want to leave that one on tight as can be, because for one, it doesn't hinder the movement of the shoulder on or off. And we're going to go over the articulation a little bit later, but I'm trying to show you guys the sculpt and the detail that they got going on with this fig. So this is how Kratos looks bare-chested. Right, the back, he's got the scar also right there in the back. We take a look at the wraps that he has around his leg. Also nice, wrapped around his knee there. Going around the back of the knee, you can see where the articulation is there. And then also his God of War feet heat. Pretty simple. Looks like it's just wrapped up. Doesn't look like a shoe per se, but looks like it's wrapped. I mean, these are ancient times, so it may just be wrapped. But that is how your Kratos is looking, bare-chested, nothing on, so on and so forth. I think they nailed it. I don't think, I know, they nailed it. They nailed this guy. They got him. And next, we're going to go over the articulation and his 36 points that he has. All right, so let me back up and let me just say, scratch that. Do not take this shoulder harness off, because I don't know if you can see it, but there is no actual peg for this to peg back in. This here is actually glued on, and what I did was take the glue off. So this video is full of don't do's. So learn from your boy Plastic Addict what not to do when trying to mess with your Kratos fig, all right? But that's neither here nor there. Let's continue on. I'm gonna have to also super glue that. Yikes. Okay, but articulation wise, your Kratos figure can tilt. He does have a nice head tilt, side to side. Looks down that much. Looks up that much. As far as for shoulder articulation, he can lift that shoulder up that far. That's at 90. Does have a bicep rotation there. You can also rotate this shoulder joint to go up as far as you need. Of course, you can 360 it around the whole shoulder. He does have that great double jointed elbow. Be careful with this, but it does double joint. And he does have a roll of the dice motion here as far as for his wrist hinge. And he can hinge back and forth as well, and that wrist does rotate. So he has also a crunch. The crunch isn't that great, so standing straight up, he'll crunch about that far, and then he can come back not far at all. So it's basically more forward than back. Back is straight up. For his legs, he does have a rotation here. If you lift his garment up right here. Now right here, let me see if I can get some light in there. That does rotate. See this? That rotates. So yes, he has no thigh cut, but you do get a really decent amount of rotation right up there at the hip. And I noticed what NECA did, they actually added some lube on that ball there, so it's smooth. It's smooth. Yes, it's tight, but it also flows freely when you're trying to rotate there. That knee, this knee is also at a double joint, which is nice. He does have a great ankle rocker there, also nice. And of course, toe articulation. You got the toe hinge right there. So it's looking really good for the point of articulation for this Kratos figure. I'm quite sure if you're a Kratos fan or if you're a fan of collecting figs in general, this one will not disappoint. It doesn't disappoint me. It deserves all the hype that it's gotten thus far. Next, we're going to go over height, and we're going to compare it to some other figs just for point of reference. All right, so height wise, Kratos is standing at just above 8 inches. He's standing at 8 1/4 inches tall. Wow, that is impressive. I thought he would be a little bit over 7, but looks like he's a little bit over 8. So in comparison to your Marvel Legends Ares, it's looking like this Kratos is dwarfing him. Also, compared to your Marvel Legends Thor, this is from the Odin build, dwarfing him as well. Here he is next to Gladiator Hulk. This is your Gladiator Build-A-Figure from Hasbro. On the left, Gladiator Hulk. On the right, you got Colossus, also a Marvel Legend by Hasbro on the far right. And yep, he is taller than your Gladiator Build-A-Figure. Not by a lot though. I'm looking at maybe with my naked eye, maybe about a centimeter. Not too much taller than Gladiator Hulk, but still an opposing figure. All right, here he is, Omega Red to the far left, and also Mr. Sinister to the far right. Both other figs are from Toy Biz. But Kratos also taller than these two. Alright, so we'll throw in some DC villains from Multiverse to the far left. You have Steppenwolf. This is your Steppenwolf Build-A-Figure by Mattel, DC Multiverse. Now this is a very imposing figure right here. He is taller than this Kratos. He's a Build-A-Figure from DC Multiverse, like I just said. But to your far right, you have Killer Croc, also a Build-A-Figure from DC Multiverse, coming from your Suicide Squad wave, and Kratos is taller than this one. All right, here we go. The moment we've been waiting for. Kratos against Kratos against Kratos. Now, on your far left, this Kratos is coming from your PlayStation 2. This was from God of War 2, actually. This was given me by my good friend Omar out here in Hawaii. He knows I'm a real huge Kratos fan, so he didn't have no need for it in his collection, so he blessed me with it. So, like I said, this one to the far left is your God of War 2 Kratos. And then to your far right, that is your God of War 3 Kratos. This one here, 31 points of articulation. And the new one that I just reviewed, 36 points of articulation. Yes, the one to the right does have that ab crunch. But to be quite honest, you really don't need the ab crunch for this Kratos unless you're trying to put him in a sitting pose. Then you will need that ab crunch. But if we're comparing apples to apples, I have to still overall give it to the 2018 Kratos God of War figure by NECA. Well, this is the end of the review. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope everyone learned what to do, what not to do, probably more so what not to do, because I made a couple of mistakes in trying to undress this Kratos and get him out the package. So at the same time, I hope the information is beneficial to everybody. Like I always say, be patient with yourself, be patient with your hunts, and if you're patient enough, even an egg will and can grow legs. It's been your boy Plastic Addict. Collect what you love what you collect. If I'm going to give a recommendation of which fig to get first, if you don't have either one of these figs, you must go with the 2018 Kratos. This fig is absolutely amazing. Not to downgrade the figs to the right or the left, but the one in the middle, the 2018 Kratos by NECA, is far superior. No hype on it, it's real. God bless everyone. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time on the next Giddy Up, the next review. It's been your boy Plastic Addict.